Why do abdominal exercises not work and will never work if you don't know this? I, Masha Kinosh, a mother of 5, have recovered using my own unique method and have brought my abs into perfect shape. In addition, I am a cinema therapist, osteopath, and Pilates instructor with 17 years of experience. So this is not only my personal story, but also the story of thousands of people who train with me around the world. Now let's talk about the exercises. We are all used to doing simple, basic abdominal exercises for the abs. Very often you can also see people often lowering and raising their legs, working on the so-called lower abs. But how well do you know exactly where and how the muscle groups we call abs are precisely attached? For example, when lowering and raising the legs, we move the leg but the abdominal muscles in no way and never attach to the femur. That's one. Secondly, as long as you are just doing crunches, that is, contracting the rectus abdominis muscle and bringing the pubic bone closer to the xiphoid process, you are only working with the external muscles. If your stomach is bulging and your waist has an unsightly, undefined shape, then a strengthened, strong abdominal muscle will only lie on top of the bulging stomach. In addition, you have probably often heard that you should not strengthen the oblique abdominal muscles because your waist will become large and square due to the developed muscle bulge. This is partly true, but if you work on your abdomen effectively, and here is the secret I will share with you now, it involves working with the deep muscles, specifically the transverse abdominal muscle, which is responsible for making your waist flat. Only then will all other exercises become at least a little more effective and reasonable. But again, for strong muscles, but not for a narrow waist and a flat-toned stomach. Now I will tell you another secret and dispel many myths at once. What do you think? Which muscles are responsible for stabilizing the spine? Yes, that's right. It's the transverse abdominal muscle. The conclusion is, what do we actually need to strengthen it? We need a stable pelvis and a stable lumbar spine in order to ensure that, in this way, you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You pull everything inward and also stabilize your back, relieving it from pain and improving conditions such as scoliosis, hernias, slouching, etc. So, have I convinced you? Let's now try to perform the most basic exercise, a test 1, which will help you activate the deep abdominal muscles. Let's go. We get on all fours, placing our hands directly under the shoulder joints and our knees under the hips. The fingers are spread wide, the middle finger is pointed straight forward, and try to direct the thumbs towards each other. Now pay attention to your elbows. The elbows should never be hyperextended. To do this, turn the inner hollow of your elbow towards the center so that one elbow, its inner surface, faces the other. After that, we must properly stabilize the shoulder blades. To do this, first, while maintaining a long aligned spine, sink between your shoulder blades. Then push away, increasing the distance between your shoulder blades and pushing your entire spine as high as possible towards the ceiling. Perform this movement several times so that you can feel what it is like to collapse in the shoulder blades and what it is like to have a stable thoracic region and shoulder girdle. One last time, take a breath, sink down and push off from the floor. Now you will need to maintain this stretched area between the shoulder blades and push the floor away from you throughout the entire exercise. Otherwise, it will be completely ineffective. If possible, try to place your shin fully on the floor. If it sticks out like this, stability is reduced and most likely your pelvis will start to sag, so lengthen the ankle. Press the entire surface of the shin and foot into the floor and continue to push off from the floor. Now, without changing anything in the spine, you need to drop your belly down. You can call this exercise the pregnant cat. Let your belly simply fall out. Feel how the pelvic floor muscles relax, how your belly touches your shirt or the waistband of your leggings. It doesn't matter. but it's important that the leggings are not too tight, otherwise you won't feel the effect. Simply by engaging the pelvic floor muscles, you will feel how pulling in the pelvic floor muscles also draws the navel towards the spine. Once again, let your stomach relax into your shirt or leggings, and then gently and smoothly start engaging your pelvic floor muscles until your stomach is as close to your spine as possible. Perform this movement a few more times and analyze and understand for yourself the connection that the pelvic floor is co-contracting with the abdominal muscles, specifically the transverse muscle. That is why when you simply pull in your stomach, for example, into the rib cage, it is often ineffective. Therefore, to strengthen the transverse abdominal muscle and engage it in the training process, it is very important to start the movement with a conscious activation of the spinal muscles. Once you have ensured that your muscles are engaged, we lift the heels onto the balls of the feet, and now we proceed to the strengthening exercise. Let me remind you that the previous exercise was just a test to help you find how to engage the transverse abdominal muscle and not confuse it with any other muscles. Curling your fingers as much as possible under yourself, you pushed off the floor with your hands and engaged your pelvic floor muscles. And now we lift our knees literally 3 to 5 centimeters up. Take a full breath with your chest. Tightening the pelvic floor even more, and with a smooth, calm exhale, lower the knees down. Inhale again, lift the knees up. Hold for 3 seconds, 2, 1, and slowly lower your knees down. Repeat 4 more times. Inhale. 2, 3. Controlled exhale. Slowly lower your knees down. Protect your knees, don't bang them. Inhale. 2, 3. Engage the pelvic floor. Exhale. Slowly lower yourself down. 2 more times. Inhale. Keep pushing off the floor with your hands and slowly down. 1 last time. And now the next approach. We hold this position for about 30 seconds. Full chest and inhale. As you exhale, lift your knees up, continue to breathe calmly at the top without holding your breath, and pull the pelvic floor up as much as possible. Let's go. Hold on. Continue to breathe calmly, spread your fingers, avoid overextending your elbows, and do not tense your shoulder blades and shoulders. Engage the pelvic floor just a little bit more. Gently and smoothly, we lower our knees down, place the shins on the instep, and give ourselves a small pause. Lower your buttocks onto your heels, stretch forward as far as possible with your ribs, and lower your forehead down. If this position is uncomfortable for you and you are tipping over, or your head does not reach the floor, you can use one palm on top of the other, which you place under your forehead, or even if you are higher, one fist on top of the other. This exercise is absolutely basic and fundamentally includes spine stabilization, activating the transverse abdominal muscle, which is responsible for a flat stomach, and a narrow waist. Of course, this exercise alone definitely will not be enough to get in shape. Therefore, if you want a more comprehensive approach, follow the link on my channel and join my online programs, where I will gradually, step by step, and clearly build the quality activation of all your muscles from the inside out. This way, you will first stabilize yourself from within, then strengthen the external muscles, and ultimately achieve a perfectly beautiful body, posture, lightness, and grace. And besides that, of course, health, which is undoubtedly a key indicator of a person's happiness and well-being. See you next time. This was Masha Kinosh. Subscribe to my channel, ask questions in the comments, and I will answer the most interesting ones in these short video reports for my channel.